Another one. Yeah, we're on a roll. This video, of course, is about twin flames. Your heart is your GPS.
That's genius.
Yes. My twin came up with this. The mind is the map, the thoughts are the vehicle, and the heart is the GPS.
We actually was in session with one of our amazing coaches, Aditi. I'll never get your name right. She's in India, and she's a coach in training, and she's amazing. And we were in session with her, actually in coaches training with her, and we were talking about things like we do in class, and it just hit me how her question was, what is the purpose of the mind? That was her question. And a lot of times when questions are asked of us, Lee is real quick to come up with the answer because he has them. Not all of them, I promise you, he don't have all the answers. He doesn't know where the trash bags are or the laundry detergent. But he has most answers. So the question was, what is the purpose of the mind? And it came to me that the mind is a map. It's a map that the universe gives you. And your thoughts are the vehicle that will get you around on that map. And your heart is the GPS. Universe has, and we will never, ever get into religion. So don't ever count on it. So when I say universe, translate it to whoever or whatever your source power is. Source, God, Freddie Mercury, whatever. We use universe. It's in general. It's what we use. So
my definition of universe is different.
Okay, yours is
you and I first.
Yeah. Yes.
Because what we say is, if we're saying it between you and I, and it's the verse we're choosing, that's what shows up. And it's you and in I. So it's like a you, and it's pointed to go back inside to actually see you do the verse of what shows up in your reality, which is where your GPS shows up, right?
Very much
because
so,
your
yes.
GPS, of course, will make a U-turn or make a left or make a right, and it's always trying to give you directions. And usually what happens is you never really put in a destination, or when you do put in a destination, you don't have the right map, because the vehicle you're in is not the type of vehicle that needs to go off-road to get to where you're supposed to be. So it usually ends up I'm gonna let you touch that. I'm just saying that's how it kind of works. I mean, because sometimes, even because the mind is the map, you're trying to take a thought that's in essence a car, but you need a boat or you need an aircraft to get to where you're supposed to be.
Gotcha.
And the GPS is going, make you go through the water. And
right.
It's like,
It's happened to me before.
Yes.
Make a right turn. Well, there's a lake there.
There's a lake there, right? And,
there's a lake there.
It's
I'm
like
not
all the
gonna do
choices we all run into. And the reason the lake can be significant in this is that you can only be what you've seen. So the lake represents what you don't know. It's the unknown. So you're like, there could be shark-infested water. So this is when the imagination gets into place and you no longer listen to your GPS. It's like, damn it, just give me the map and let me read the map, because you don't want to listen to what the GPS is saying. And more times than not, the GPS is always going to get you to the right destination.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is that if the destination that you're trying to get to, you don't have the right vehicle because the thoughts are translating in that way, it's just, it becomes a complete mess. And the map really starts to make no sense to you because the vehicle that you're in is the wrong vehicle. I'm sorry about those thoughts.
That's a thought process.
Yes.
So we'll use source. Is that okay?
Source is beautiful.
Source is good.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So source. I believe we feel, gives us all the knowledge to turn off the notifications before we record a video.
You're popular.
No, ego, we're not.
No, really not.
So, can we get through this?
Oh, yes.
We're never going to get through
Yeah,
this.
we will.
So, I really feel we're all born with a purpose, a mission, and can you? You just can't.
I'm gonna try.
Anyhow,
No,
that's it's fine. We're not that popular, so it won't be beeping as much as it is.
I'm just kind of go ahead.
So, the source also gives us options. We can somehow, some way find at least the direction that our mission should be in.
Oh yeah.
We have an option with our vehicles and the GPS, which way to turn. So our GPS system is telling us to turn right, because if you turn left, you're going to rob a bank and you're going to end up in prison, or you're going to kill somebody and end up a murderer, and which sometimes isn't a bad thing because you can change people's lives in other ways. Okay, so that those aren't bad things. So if you've been convicted of murder or something, please don't send hate mail. It's a decision that we make to either become resourceful, forgiving, loving, kind, peaceful, positive energies,
Right.
or negative entities. Okay? So, with your heart being the GPS, it's going to take you in many different directions. And a lot of the directions have a lot of curves.
Yeah.
Towards the positivity, you have to go through a lot of negativity, right? Which is, we took a lot of winding roads on our journey. We still do sometimes. Sometimes the GPS tells Lee to turn right,
but sometimes,
and he doesn't turn at all.
But sometimes we end up on the Sunshine Skyway.
Yes,
right?
we do.
Yes, we
do.
there are times that
the
happens.
Sunshine Skyway Bridge.
Yes.
In Florida.
Yeah.
For those of you who are out of the country, it's a great big bridge in a
Just
stadium.
look it up. It's beautiful.
It's also
yeah.
a death trap. But anyway, here's your mind, and it has this map. The mind is the map. Your mind can take you to a buried treasure. It can take you to your twin flame. It can take you to the depths of hell. It can take you to heaven. Your mind can take you anywhere. It's what you listen to, and it's what you believe.
One of the things that we do
So
need to
much
bring up,
noise.
though, when it comes to the mind, though, and the map of what the mind represents, and the vehicles that you get all start when you're young, right? You go to school, they teach you math, they teach you science, they teach you history, they teach you social studies, they teach you home economics, they'll teach you, home improvement. They'll teach you all of these things, but they're not teaching you relationships, love, connection, forgiveness, how you abandon yourself, how you reject yourself. They won't show you all these things, but the mind is this big huge map, and if you're trapped in just that small space, because those are the vehicles that you learned growing up, you'll never go to places that are undiscovered on that map. And there's a lot of undiscovered territory on the map, mind of the map, because the mind is that big. I mean, this is just as vast as the universe.
We get a lot of hoopty vehicles from our parents.
Oh, yeah, we get broken the man. Some of them come with all the spare tires on the vehicle.
Right. We get a lot of hoopties from our parents, and God bless them.
And our siblings.
They pass down their hoopties.
Yeah,
they do.
They pass down, and it's like we get their vehicle, and then we try to fix it up, and we try to make it look nice, and then we try to change the interior of the vehicle.
Oh,
and the worst part is
we're
never
going to
and then we'll say, I'm nothing like them. You'll say you're nothing like them, but you're running on the same engine that they ran on.
Right.
It's like, you know what? What if you change the alternator? Well, don't worry, you're still going to be powering the same engine. Duh. It's like, but the mind, the actual thoughts in which you ride in this map can either take you closer to love or take you away from it. A majority of the time, though, what you're going to find is that your mind doesn't know what love is. You do. And that's where the heart is the GPS. Because the heart knows. The heart knows when there's love present.
Mm-hmm.
Because the heart's always giving it.
Right.
So, the thoughts themselves are going to always try to make you go to a destination without paying attention to the journey.
There it is, the journey. The journey in the vehicle that we have been given to the destination that is on the map.
Yep.
Trying to get there from our internal GPS in somebody else's vehicle.
How come that's a one-seater?
And wait a minute. I don't know how many comments we're going to get on. You guys completely lost me on this. But it makes sense because so many things are passed down to us. And then once sometimes hand-me-down vehicles are amazing. It's all you've got to learn in.
Yeah.
It's all you've got to learn to drive in. It really is. And when I say drive, I mean drive your life. Drive to your mission. Drive to your meaning of life. And it could be anything. And your heart is what's going to lead you there. It could be, a family and a white picket fence and a Toyota, a mansion and a BMW, or a regular middle class family with a couple of idiot dogs. It could be anything. Pay attention to this. God, I hope everybody's going to follow me on this. I'm trying not to talk like an alien. GPSs have to be updated. Or they could send you into the lake.
Isn't that what a heart center opening is?
Yes. Now let's not get too mystical because we just preached against that.
But
it's what the inner work does.
Yes.
It's what the inner work does.
Mm-hmm.
Doing the inner work and clearing out the old information from your GPS and filling it in with new direction.
I have a question
Oh.
that I think maybe somebody's going to probably ask about this whole way that we have this set up.
Well, let's answer.
Because if the mind is this way, and the thoughts are the vehicle, and the heart is the GPS, how come I keep repeating the same behaviors and keep ending up at the same spot?
Because your GPS still has the same information from the previous owners.
You heard it here first. You heard it here first. You can't operate on operating system 2.0 if you won't upgrade and it's already at 36.4. Mm-hmm. And it's like all of those upgrades that were missed because of that age of when you got the update was the last update you received, which could have been when you were, 4, 6?
I'm telling you
8?
right now, if I had my mother's GPS from the 50s and the 60s and the 70s, and I tried to drive a vehicle to a destination using that GPS, I would probably be dead from driving into buildings and lakes.
That's true, because it is an updated map. Well, I think all in all, I know that the messages that we've been putting out there are on point. We're just showing you a new way to understand the truth, and why the truth needs to be uncovered. And, the heart is the GPS. If it's screaming at you.
And I know it sounds like we're pushing self-love and self-worth, and we're pushing inner work, inner work, inner work, inner work. It's the only way. It's the only way. Unless you want to pull a Sherry, unless you want to hang out in the same cycles, unless you want to go into union, out of union, into union, out of union, into connection, out of connection. Oh, now I sound like Siri. Cats and boots and cats and boots and cats and boots.
I could do this all day.
I could do this all day.
Well,
if you, I know that it sounds like a broken record. If you don't do the inner work, you're gonna stay where you're at or go deeper.
And you know how you know
into an abyss of
yes.
mystical things.
And you know how you're going to where you got to get to. because your GPS is the heart. Thank you for listening.